to You Mastery LLC, where the physical meets spiritual.
And here we are. I am so excited to be talking with my friend, my new friend here, Goddess Victoria. We were having some technical difficulties. We were supposed to jump on here since 10 o'clock. So we're going to be a little brief today, but I'm happy to be chatting with her. I was supposed to be on your page, so
Mhm.
here we are. You invited me, but we couldn't figure it out. But we're here still, so. Victoria, I'm going to just pass it over to you, introduce yourself, and lead us on what we were supposed to be doing today. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
yeah, there
I
was a
wasn't
little.
prepared for this. I wasn't, but you know what?
And you
We
know
will
what?
do it.
Sometimes the best conversations are ones that's not scripted, you're not prepared for. It's just
Right,
having
right.
a conversation about what you and I both love to do. So
Mm-hmm.
today the topic is about detaching from traumas. Um, and it's just a mind and body spirit, conversation that we decided we want to have with folks to give them something to walk away with, something to think about, something useful that they can use from the conversation. And
Yeah, yeah.
so, yeah, it's just a relaxed conversation. So, hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling well on this rise today. I am Victoria Shakur. And what I do briefly is I support and guide high achieving professional women
Mm,
to just master themselves. I guide them through just from just functioning, from burnt out, overwhelmed, stressed, and just functioning from all of that heaviness to
mm,
just knowing what to focus on. Take aligned actions and then get things done in record time. But what I'm
mm,
really passionate about is helping women to relieve themselves or to release or detach from past and present traumas, and
mm.
that way they're able to expand their capacity to hold success. So that's what I'm really passionate about,
Yes, and you
and
said
we can talk about how I got passionate about that.
I know, right, right. We will get there. Hopefully, we're gonna be short today, but
Yeah.
hopefully we can get there. So I am Alicia Vaz, and I am the founder of DareDream. And similar to Victoria, I I help people get unstuck. Sometimes they are overwhelmed, a little confusion. So I'm helping to bring clarity. It's sort of like helping you to find yourself again. It's the
Hmm.
simplest way I can describe that, because I think sometimes, we have dreams inside of us, and we don't allow ourselves to fulfill those. We don't allow ourselves to pursue it. We talk about all the different things that, like could or should might happen, and we just get tripped up.
Hmm.
And I'm here to just remind people to find themselves again, to rediscover what was already planted, I believe, in you, and to go for it, to take action. And I provide a space for you to do that. So that's just the abridged version. But I hope it makes sense. I do work with men and women,
Hmm.
Christian men and women.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. And I love that you're doing that work, even with Christians, because sometimes, I grew up Christian,
Mm,
and sometimes we we feel like we can't. How I want to say, we feel like we have to be so stringent
mhm,
and only, doing the prayers, and
mhm,
only pray and only, leave it to God, as they say,
mhm.
and things like that. But we're actually in partnership
Yes.
with Source Creator, because uh, Source gave us
Mhm,
everything that we need to help each other and to help ourselves. And
mhm.
so it's just a matter of remembering
Yes.
who we are, and what lies within us actually from Source, you
Mm,
know. And so, and that's why I come from that mind and body, because they go hand in hand. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just, um, it's mind, body, and spirit, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just the spirit. We take care of that part of it, but we also got to take care of our mind and our bodies as well. And
Yes,
so it's,
indeed.
eating clean, what I call eating clean. And
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't necessarily mean no meat. It just means that the meat that you purchase is that clean, you know.
Yes.
And then, giving the body time to relax and flush everything out as
Mm-hmm.
well. And you'll be surprised. Like, I know when I first started fasting, I noticed that when I didn't have any food, I hadn't eaten or anything, and just fasting and focusing on my purpose and communicating with Source, my thoughts was so clear.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I could just think so clear. I was able to make decisions with clarity, without any hesitant or whatever. I can feel the communication from my body, which is
Mm-hmm.
what I teach people how to do. And also, I can also feel the communication from Source,
Yeah.
which
It's
is
kind of
like
like, yeah,
indescribable.
indeed, like
Yeah,
emptying yourself is because I do fast regularly as well. And it's something that happens, and it's really transformative. It's kind of like what you're talking
yes,
about. When you empty yourself, you make room to hear. It's like the distraction, all those, it's life changing
it
for sure.
is.
And you're talking about a holistic approach, because I know we're talking about healing, and this is part of the process of healing,
Yeah.
right? Where we are fasting. That's one way, and there are other ways to approach it. So I like that you're touching on those, Victoria.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
But there's so
And
much
so
more.
the engagement, I don't like to say work, but the engagement that we're doing with people. And
Hmm.
so basically what we're doing and what I've observed is that all I'm doing is guiding. I'm just guiding you. You have the answers within you. I'm
Amen.
just here to guide you and help you remember.
Hmm.
Um, and help you remember who you are, and that you have the capacity and the power within you to heal. Just like our bodies are miraculous. Our
Hmm.
bodies know how to heal itself. But sometimes it
Yeah.
just needs a little help.
Yeah, and we can
Sometimes
do
it
it
just,
some
yeah.
patience too. I think we're just so quick. Like the culture today, everything is so fast and we want it
Hmm.
right now. But I think even in that healing, there is a process,
Hmm.
right? And allowing ourselves that grace, like it's a journey, and experience it, like lean in. Well, I like that. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm. Exactly. So it's
Mhm.
once we allow our our spiritual attributes to come
Mhm.
online, with the sort of help that you and I give to
Yeah.
people. Once that happens, healing is just like that.
Yeah.
Um, and things start to open up for
Hmm.
you. It starts to open up for you. And it's almost like what I had a client that says, like working with Victoria was magical. It
Mm.
does feel like
It
magic.
can feel, it can, it
Because
can.
I thought, oh wow, no one has
Yeah.
never said that.
It's a
Um,
nice way to look at
and
it.
when
Yes.
yeah, when she said that, I had to really like sit with that. Like, I guess
Yeah.
so, things
Yes.
opening up, and she talked about how all these opportunities is coming her way that she never had before, and she was just so struggling so hard, like why?
Hmm.
And so, yeah, I had to really think about that, and it was because of her. I
Yeah.
was just there,
To
just
guide
guiding,
her.
just guiding her.
Yes.
That's it. Um,
Yes. And that's what we do.
mhm,
We are your guides, right? I don't have the answer. And I believe, like you said, it's in us.
mhm,
I'm just trying to draw it out. And sometimes you need a little help to
mhm,
get to that place. So you get a coach, you get an advisor, just get someone, but just
mhm,
don't endeavor to do it on your own. Because, like I think it's better. We're better together. We're better in community. And there's someone out there who can, we kind of like are uniquely familiar with certain things,
mhm,
because I know you deal with a lot of like the trauma, those emotional, things that that hinders us, which is so helpful, Victoria. So you might, if you
Mhm.
can touch on some of that, maybe.
Mhm. So yeah, and so the reason why I'm passionate about trauma is because of my own childhood
Hmm.
traumas and all the path that it led me down, and then the path
Hmm.
that source led me to be able to do this work. And so when I was
Hmm.
in my meditation, communicating
Hmm.
with source, and I was asking, why did I have to go through all that? Why did it was so
Hmm.
painful going through it. And and then I had to learn all these different religions and like
Hmm.
really learn it. And it was so that I can be relatable to anyone who comes to me.
Hmm.
I have a relatability with them, and I thought, okay, wow, that's interesting. That's deep.
Hmm.
So when I'm working with a person that is, a lot of times the women that I work with, they don't know that the trauma is playing out in their lives
Hmm.
because they're functioning. They're
Yeah.
making, six figures or what have you, or a good five-figure income. They're driving their nice cars. They live in their nice, comfortable home.
Hmm.
And but they know deep inside that something is off with them,
Yeah.
or they're
Yes.
seeing a pattern in their
Hmm.
lives, and they just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But hey, society says I'm doing well. I got my car, I got my house.
Hmm.
I might even be married. You know what I mean? So I did all the things society said what looks like success, right? Or
Hmm.
what looks like the American dream, right? And
Yeah.
so, but they don't know that, oh, the reason I snap, these are the symptoms that is showing up to letting you know that there's something deep within that is triggering it. So when you experience trauma, different things can trigger it. You can walk
Yeah.
into a room and it may be the color of that wall,
Mm.
but you don't know the color of that wall is what's triggering that trauma.
Right.
That
Yeah.
trauma has an identity with you because you created it when you were young. That's
Mm.
how powerful we are because we are part of divine source. So you created an identity to what? Protect yourself and to make sense of what's going
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Yeah.
And these identities are very much alive.
Mm.
They're very much alive and very much a part of you. And you can feel like you're fighting against yourself. Like my
Mm.
conscious mind is fighting against me. And that has been the underlying message in the self-help industry that you need to be fixed and um,
Mm.
and your conscious is fighting you, and it's not it's doing what you created it to do, and that is
Mm.
to protect you.
Yes,
The
it
thing
does.
is, you no longer need its service, but it doesn't know that. It's still playing out and doing what you created to do. If you don't know which identity is playing out in your life, this will continue and you will struggle. And it does set up
Mm.
what I call dis-eases in your life, in your body, in your spiritual body, in your mind body.
Well, wow, Victoria. I mean, there's so much more for us to unpack, and I feel like we need another session. We
Hmm.
need to, like go a little deeper. But I think it's enough people to get an idea of like the work you do, the work we both do in terms of helping others find their true self. I mean, these things are foundational. That's what we're coming from. You're able
Hmm.
to build and step forth into who you were created to be in the first place. So I'm glad that you're doing that, and I'm glad to, I know I have to kind of like cut short. I didn't want to, but we will come back again,
Yeah.
hopefully, and we can talk further. But I do want people to at least just get a sense of like who you are, what you do, and who
Hmm.
you're serving.
Hmm.
So we, just share any final thoughts as we wrap up here today.
So, what I do offer a complimentary session. And what that allows us to do is it allows you to get to know me, it allows me to get to know you and see if I am a right fit for you.
Yeah.
And it allows me also to see if I am a person that can assist you, that can
Mhm.
guide you. And so I only move forward if I feel like, yes, I can. If I don't, I won't move forward. But what I
Mhm.
will do is I will put my website and contact information in the chat. If you want to contact me, my contact information is on the website as well. but I'll put my email.
Okay.
And then all of my social media handles are, so all of that information is there in the chat.
Okay. I think is it public? I hope it is. But if
Mhm.
not, we will share it. All right. So that is it for now. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Well, thank you,
For this
dear
brief
Dream
chat, but
Alicia.
yeah, be brief chat, but mighty insight. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Mhm.